Hey guys, welcome to 715 Outdoors. Forgive my mess, but I thought as long as I was organizing all my ice fishing stuff, I would go through and itemize for you what I've spent and the choices I've made for gear for myself to start ice fishing. This is the first year I've ever gone ice fishing as an adult with my own gear. My son, Evan, he has been bugging me for about 3 years to get into ice fishing, and this year I finally cracked. So I itemized a list of everything that you see laid out here before me, and I'm going to go through with you exactly what it is everything costs. Now, if I were fishing by myself, there's some choices I would not have made, but having an 11-year-old definitely changes the game here. So, let me just start off right at the top of my list, and I'm going to go down and bring you to a total here, which may or may not surprise you if you know anything about this stuff. So, let me start first with my shelter. This is a Eagle Claw Chappelle 6500, the Wide House. Next is my ice auger. My ice auger, I got a hand cranking unit. I believe this is, I don't remember the brand name. And most of this stuff I did buy new. This I got new. And this was 65 bucks. This is an 8-inch auger. I started with a 6-inch auger, and after one outing I realized I did not like the size of the holes, so I upgraded. I went in and exchanged it. The adapter for my drill. Now, this I can attach right to my ice chuck. It has a grease zerd on it so that I can hold and drill my holes. Next, the heater. This is a Mr. Heater Big Buddy with one tank. This was $89. And let's see what's next on the list. My Fleet Farm swivel chair. This is a hunting blind chair, and I got this so that I can swivel. 45 bucks. I'm gonna go right down my list. Rods. So keep in mind, I'm fishing with an 11-year-old. I got 2 of these these are HTs, and I use these for dead sticking. These were 15 bucks a piece. And then I have some spinning combos. I have 4 of those. On average, I spent about 17 bucks. I've broken 2 rod tips already, so I bought an Abu Garcia. That's this one. I paid 29 bucks for. And I got another one that I spent like another 17 bucks on. So, speaking of broken rod tips, the rod locker, $14.99 at Fleet Farm. Tip ups. I have Beaver Dam tip ups, and I have 4 of them. Okay. Why did I go with Beaver Dam? Because I learned that wood is what you want when it's really, really cold. Plastic is not what you want when the temperatures get below 0 with extreme winds. So, and these are so well built that these are generational. This is the kind of quality you'll pass on to your children. Can you go cheaper? Yes. These were 42 bucks, $42.99 a piece, and I have 4 of them. These are the cleats that hook up to my boots for when it's really icy, whether on the lake or in the parking lot. These things were 20 bucks. Do you need those? No. Do I need them? I like them, especially for getting traction pulling the sled. Speaking of sled, I have a Chappelle jet sled here. I'm not going to pick it up, but this is the SUV size. All right. I have a Sport Track. I have a Ford Sport Track. This was 54 bucks. And the reason I got it is because the Sport Track only has a 4-foot bed. What else we got here? My plain old box. Now, if you saw my last video that I uploaded, you know that I only paid $15.99 for this at Fleet Farm. Okay? And I showed, I'll put a link to the description of that video so you can see why I think this is super important. I am hyper anal about being organized. This holds about 150 of the smaller jigs, has 150 slots in it. Obviously I have bigger jigs in it, as you can see. This was 20 bucks. I could probably get it cheaper online, but I like to support local hardware stores, small tackle shops. So I got this at a small tackle shop in Moon, Wisconsin. If I could remember the name of it, I'd shout them out. But they had this on the shelf for 20 bucks. I needed it, and even though I could have probably gotten it for less on Amazon, screw Amazon, I'm going to support my local tackle shop. Next is a shovel. I bought a big wooden shovel because this is the lightest shovel I could find. Alright? So this shovel was 24 bucks at my local Ace Hardware store. Let's see here. Minnow buckets. A good minnow bucket, if you don't have one already for your spring and summer fishing, gonna cost you 7 bucks. Slush scooper. Now, I happened to buy this Sure Strike extendable slush scooper. Okay, so this has a little button. It extends, and it also has a little thing where I can measure my fish on it. This was 17 bucks. You can get them way cheaper than that. Let's see. 5-gallon pails. Whether you use them for storage, organization, or a chair, you're going to need a few of them. They're about 5 bucks a piece. I always have a minimum of 3 with me. Oh, let me show you this. I have a Humminbird Helix 5. I already have the head unit in my boat. So I bought this conversion kit off of, I think it's called BoatersIslandMarine.com. They're the only one that had it in stock. It came with the bag, all the interior framing, the transducer, and it also came with the battery cable for $215. And I had to buy a battery, about a 9 amp hour, 12 volt battery for this, and that was about 42 bucks. So I've got about 260, 270 bucks tied up in this. If you were to, now this is the Gen 2 Helix 5. Not only that, but mine also has side imaging, down imaging, and chirp. Not all of them have that. If you're just using this for a knife application for probably about $450, you can get this just like this as it sits. I already had the head unit, I just needed the conversion kit. That was 215 bucks. I have here a 20-year-old Vexilar FL8 that a friend gave to me. Thank you, Casey. I just had to buy a battery for this. The battery I got for $19. Tackle. Guys, let's just talk about tackle, shall we? Because let's face it, tackle is a bottomless pit of money. You can spend literally however much you want to. I, being just that I'm starting out and not sure what I'm looking for, I found a guy locally on Facebook Marketplace, who makes and paints his own jigs, and I bought a 50 pack of him from him for 50 bucks. And then I went to the hardware store, the Ace Hardware, and I bought some tungsten jigs of various sizes. Plus I bought some spoons. I bought some PK rattle spoons. I have some Lindy perch talkers and things like that. All told, with hooks, leaders, and everything, I am guessing I've spent no less than $190 on my tackle. And I think that could be significantly more. I also think it could be significantly less. And by the way, you guys, all of this stuff, all of this list that I have right here, this can all be significantly less. This is just what I spent. This isn't what you have to do. This isn't what you have to spend. But the way I look at it is that this is something I'm going to do for a long time. I looked on Facebook Marketplace for used shelters, and when it came down to it, what I could get this one for new, people were trying to sell used ones for. So I went with the new unit. I went with the new one. But you can find augers used everywhere. I don't want a gas one because I don't want to spend the time trying to get it started. I'm a guy, as a fisherman, I've messed with old outboards. I know the heartache that comes with that, and I didn't want to deal with that with a Jiffy or whatever ice auger. But you can find them used. I bought new because I want sharp, I want fast, and I want to get to fishing as quick as possible, and when I get to fishing, I want to be comfortable. So this is my comfort zone. Whatever your comfort zone is, nobody's here to judge you, okay? But just to inform you, what I have total invested is $1,392. That doesn't include tax, and I forgot to put up I also have another $39 on top of that. For the finicky foolers, I got 3 of the finicky foolers for $13 a piece. And yeah, so I am about $1,430 is what I have invested. So with that said, guys, please don't send this video to my wife. She has no idea I've gone this bonkers spending money for ice fishing this year, although she does know I've spent a fair amount. I mean, she does watch the bank balance. So, and by the way, I didn't go out in one shopping spree and buy all this. All right, this is stuff I've accumulated over the last 5 weeks probably. So yeah, that's what it is, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Thanks so much for watching. Peace. You know what, I forgot to mention something, you guys, that's really important here. And what I gave you was full retail price. I did not pay full retail price for a lot of that stuff because my daughter works at the Ace Hardware store where I buy a lot of my tackle. I bought the jet sled, the auger, and a lot of rods, the tip-ups and things like that. And I don't remember exactly what my discounts were, but they were significant. Oftentimes half, sometimes even more, sometimes less, but I did get a significant discount. So what I gave you was retail, not what necessarily came out of my pocket. So just wanted to make that clear. Thanks for watching.